Good morning, student. How are you? And now today we will start the new chapter of class 9 subject science, and the chapter is 5, and the name of chapter is fundamental unit of life. Fundamental unit of life. It means what is the fundamental? We generally say means basic unit of life, means on what is the basic part in which our life is depend. Our whole body, which is organism, like organism, is depend on which part, and that part is not visible to us, and that part is fundamental unit of life, basic unit of life. And that part which is not visible to us give the structure of an organism and also perform all the function of an organism, body of an organism. So this is the fundamental. Then what is the basic unit of life to survive? This is cell. Generally we say that cell is the basic unit of life, which is known as structural and functional unit of life. Why it is called the structural and functional unit of life? Because it gives the structure, because all the organs made up of cells. For example, how the organs? First is part is cell, and composed of cell is tissue, and tissue, combination of tissue will form organ, and organ when combined together to form an organ system, and organ system give an organism. It means organism is completely depend on the smallest part, which is invisible and also known as the basic unit or the fundamental unit is known as cell. It means the structure of organism is basically depend upon the cell. For example, if you take this house, which is a complete by combination of different bricks, and the brick is the basic base for this organism, for this house. Simply for organism, the basic part of organism is cell. Why? If cell is not present in the body, then tissue will not form. If tissue will not form, then organism will not form. And organ will not form, then system will not form. If the system will not form, then there is no formation of an organism. It means, therefore, if any chain will break, either organs, tissue, organ system, any chain will break, then the organism cannot survive. Therefore, if tissue will break, then it means cell does not able to form the tissue. It means the whole function of an organism is depend upon the cell. Therefore, cell is called the structural and functional unit of life. Why? Because it gives the structure, means structure, and also perform all the function of the body of an organism. And now, how the cell is discovered? First of all, Robert Hooke in 1665 take a slice of cork. What is cork now? Thin slice of cork. That cork that obtained from the bark of tree. Cork is obtained from the bark of tree, and from that it take a thin slice and put under the primitive microscope. When he observed that slice of cork under the microscope, which is not well developed and or not compound microscope, simply primitive, made by himself, he observed that, what he observed that there is a vacant place inside that slice of cork. That vacant or empty space, he named the cell, and the shape when he observed under the microscope, that will be like a honey, comb. मधुमक्खी के छत्ते की तरह it look like, and that vacant place is given by him as a cell. It means which is the smallest part. There are so many smallest part. That means he observed that this cell is helped to made of an organism of that corp. And now, if you take for generally for explanation, if you take a onion peel like this, I have take this onion and we have to take the peel from the concave part. If you will take the onion and this is the concave part like this and this is the convex part, and take the peel, this is peel. Take the peel of an onion, means onion peel from the concave part, and put into a slice of glass slide, and put over the glass slide, and also put some drop of water, 1 drop, 2 drop. Why we put the drop of water? To prevent it from dry. If it will dry, then the cell of the onion peel, when you observe under the microscope, the part will not be clear to us. It will dry, and after that put saffron solution, which is either in blue color or in violet color. Why we put the saffron color? Why? Because it gives the color to the onion peel, which is easy to visible under the microscope, and each part can be visible. If he observed under the microscope and over this he put cover slip. Why he put cover slip? To prevent it formation of air gap. When he observed under compound microscope, he saw the structure like this, and this is like this structure we found, and this will indicate the nucleus of that cell, and this empty space, these are the cell. It means this is made up of a number of cell which contain the dot structure inside that cell, which is nucleus. And then after that, Leeuwenhoek discovered a free living organism, and where he found in pond water. Free living organism in pond water, which is discovered by Leeuwenhoek in 1674. In 1674, Leeuwenhoek discovered the free living organism in pond water. He discovered, and before that one, the first discovered cell by the Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke in 1665 in a thin slice of cork. And after free living organism, which was discovered by Leeuwenhoek, Robert Brown, he discovered the nucleus of the cell, which is located at near the center of the cell, and it was discovered in 1831. And then after this, the discovery of nucleus, there was protoplasm, which is a fluid substance present in the cell, which contains different nutrients, carbohydrates, protein, acid, other chemicals are also present. And that protoplasm was named by Purkinje in 1839. And this protoplasm, we name it today, also we call it cytoplasm. The protoplasm is similar to the cytoplasm, which contain the fluid substance. And then after that, the cell theory, which was given by two biologists, Sladen and Swan, in 1838 and 1839, where generally we say the 1838. And the cell theory which was given by Sladen and Swan was that the plant and animal, means all the plant and animals are made up of a cell. It means the cell is present in plant as well as in animal, or we can say the all the plant and animal are made up of cell or composed of cell, which is the smallest part. And second part is cell is the basic or the fundamental unit of life. The smallest part or the basic part of an organism is the cell, means fundamental unit of life is cell. And third, and the cell, all cell are arise, means when the cell divide in two or more cell, division of cell will take place, and that division of cell when take place, the new cell will form, and the new cell will always form from pre-existing cell. Like an organism, human being is formed, we are born from their pre-existing organism, means from his or her parents. It means cell is arises from pre-existing cell. If there is no cell is exist, then there will be no cell division will take place. This cell theory is not applicable for the virus. Why it does not applicable for the virus? Because virus is non-living thing. Why it is non-living thing? Because it has no membrane, and that will discover virus in which category we will put. It has no membrane, therefore it has no some organelles. Virus is not in the category of cell theory. And these are the cell theory given by the Sladen and Sevan. And now please keep it. All the living form are the composed of the microscopic smallest unit, which is known as cell. Cell is the microscopic, smallest unit of life of an organism is cell. And the cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Why? Because all the organism is made up of cell, and which give the structure as well as perform all the function by the cell in an organism. The cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 when he observed under the primitive microscope, when you take a thin slice of cork. What is cork? Cork is taken from, cork is what is cork? Cork means taken from the bark of the tree, which is made up of cellulose. That will be discussed on later. These are, and then this is the cell theory. And after that, the type of organism, when the observation under the microscope, the different cell means 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell, 4 cell. There are many type of cell, and he observed that which is not visible. Then organism he found that there is an organism which is made up of only 1 cell. It means not more than 1 cell, only 1 cell, and that 1 cell perform all the function, and all the body come in the contact with the environment, and all the function performed by that single cell, and whose lifespan is very small. And the name given to that cell is an organism of unicellular. So it means there are two type of organisms. First is unicellular, and unicellular organisms are those organisms which are made up of only 1 cell, or which are composed or which contain only 1 cell, and all the function performed by a single cell. All the activities, all the function were performed by that single cell, and the lifetime of that single cell organism is very less, very short. It means unicellular organism cannot survive for the long period of time. Its lifespan is very less. And for example, if we will take, that will be bacteria, paramecium and amoeba. These are the unicellular organisms which contain only one cell. Amoeba is unicellular, paramecium is unicellular, and bacteria is unicellular because they have only one cell, and all the function, all the activity performed by that single cell, and lifespan is very less. Therefore, they categorized in a unicellular. One simple example in our daily life, like egg we have seen in our daily life. Egg is a unicellular. And now the second type of organism, first is unicellular organism, second multicellular. Multi means more, it means large number of cells. When the cell combine together, then form an organism. That organism will be multicellular organism. It means multicellular organisms are composed or made up of, or we can say contain more than one cell, or the large number of cells is known as multicellular organism. Multicellular organism contain more than one cell, or we can say composed of more than one cell, or we can say made up of a large number of cells. It means they have large number of cells. It means different cell. There are different type of cell, and these different type of cell perform the different function, and their function is specific. In multicellular organism, the different cell or each cell perform the specific function, not like that unicellular organism. Therefore, their lifespan as compared to unicellular organism is more large. It means lifespan of multicellular is more, or we can say large. Example, plant, animal, or human being. Animal of any. Human is also multicellular organism. Plant is also multicellular organism, and any animals which is multicellular. These are the type of organism which we can classify on the basis of number of cells. If the number of cell is 1, then it is unicellular, and the function performed by unicellular, all the function unicellular, and also lifespan is very less. Whereas in multicellular organism composed of large number of cells, and these large number of cells mean each cell or different cell perform the different specific function, and the lifespan or the lifetime of multicellular organism is more or large. Example, check it, and now move to the large number of cell and definition. Please note it down. And the size and shape of a cell is depend upon the specific function performed by the cell. It means the size or the shape of a cell is not same. It is different for the different cell, and that shape and size is depend what the function that cell has to perform, and their size and shape will be like spherical, maybe spherical, spindle and branches, or it may be elongated. Whereas the cell also contain very small cell organella. It means inside the cell there is a small, very tiny cell organella which are present in protoplasm, or we can say cytoplasm, and these cell organella perform the specific function, and the cell will survive. It means the cell will only can function or survive only due to the presence of that cell organella, and these cell organella perform different functions like excretion, cleaning, and also give to produce new cell, and also help different to give energy, different cell. And the different type of cell are generally, which is in your syllabus, that is first is muscle cell, and the muscle cells which help to movement, and that generally present, that will discuss much more in the chapter tissue. Muscle cells is present in mainly and movement places, and it is also placed in intestine, and this help to movement when it combined with this muscle cells also help in movement. Blood cell, you know, the blood which is flow inside our body and carry the nutrients, plasma and also oxygen, and move from one part to another part, and that will be in shape of like this, which is red in color, blood cell. And third is nerve cell. Nerve cell is the longest part which help to transfer the information, and it is present in main brain and spinal cord, means we can say in part of CNS, central nerve system. It present in central nerve system, it carry the information, and the part of the central nerve system is spinal cord and brain. Therefore nerve cell are present in brain and spinal cord. Ovum is the cell which is the sex cell of this one, female. It is present in female. Sperms is the cell present in male. Bone cell, the bone which is stuff and also slightly flexible, which is present in our skeletal system. And fat cell is generally present in adipose tissue, and the fat cell compose that will form the adipose tissue. Therefore their shape and their size is different, and the size and shape vary according to their function. And the size or shape, we can say shape, what will be the shape? It may be spherical, spindle or oval shape, and it can be branched, like nerve cell is the branched. And the largest cell is the ostrich egg, is the largest cell. Longest cell is the nerve cell. Longest means lengthwise, according to the size. Largest is the which has the largest in size, and longest according to the length, that is the nerve cell. And the smallest cell is the mycoplasma, and the short form is PPLO. And the cell is able to live, the cell will survive, cell is able to live only under what condition? When perform all its function because of the cell organella. It means cell also contain the small cell organella which perform the specific function together, and when they perform the specific function together, then the cell will survive. And these organella together perform the specific function. Every single cell, it means single cell also the cell organella, it means do the basic function. What is the basic function? Exchange of gas, digestion and absorption. Amoeba is the unicellular, is the single cell. It means amoeba is also perform all the basic function like exchange of gas, like the multicellular organism. Myself is human being, is a multicellular organism. Exchange of gas will take place, mean inhaling and exhaling, while also help in respiration. The multicellular organism perform the exchange of gas. Then the exchange of gas will take place in unicellular. It means unicellular also perform the same function as the multicellular, like exchange of gas. Digestion means complex food or the food break down or split into simpler form. It means digestion will also take place in unicellular organism, similar to the multicellular organism, to convert the complex food into simpler form. If the converted in simpler form, then that will be absorbed. Absorption will take place, like the blood absorb the simpler food which is present inside our body, and that absorbed by the blood and transport to all part of the body. And similarly, absorption will take place in unicellular also, and also excretion is also take place. Absorption and excretion. And excretion means remove the waste product. The process to remove the waste product from body. It will take place not only in multicellular but also in unicellular. All the process which are performed in the multicellular, the same function performed in a unicellular, like exchange of gas, digestion, absorption and assimilation, and also excretion. Cell is composed of, it means when the cell was observed under the microscope, then three parts are visible, and the three parts are of cell are first is this is plasma membrane. There are three parts of the cell. First is plasma membrane, or we can say that is cell membrane, and this is nucleus, and this one is protoplasm, or we can say cytoplasm. The cell contains three main parts. First is cell membrane, second is nucleus, and third is cytoplasm. Nucleus is present inside the cell at the center of the cell, whereas cytoplasm is the fluid structure, means liquid structure, which present between the nucleus and the cell membrane or plasma membrane, and plasma membrane is the outer covering of the cell. These are the three part of the cell. First is cell membrane or plasma membrane, second is cytoplasm, third is nucleus. And now, please, the question you have to, if the question related to this topic in your NCERT, then you have to do it. If there is no question related to this, need not to do it. And we will discuss the next topic in the next class. Be good day. Thanks.